Hey, Laura.
And they were just farmers. Like there was no power. That's what they said.
Good morning, everybody. We're expecting a large crowd today for our SPIA Convocation, so if you have any empty seats next to you, if you don't mind squeezing in and making room for some of our other family and friends. Thank you.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Got about 10 over here. Just the front row, the first 2 seats, Justin wanted to reserve.
Right. So there's
Since you weren't talking. How are y'all? Good to see you. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, buddy. They tried to get it out.
I text somebody, stop the first, and it's like, you think it's not done this, and then I'm going to do 5 seconds later.
I'm telling you.
I
said, how many feathers can you get?
This is the picture here. I trust him.
I know. Well, they held it out.
right here, just the camera back.
No, you're good. I've got the front row taken care of.
How about these right here?
One here next to me.
So we have the 3 right here and 3 right there. If y'all want to do this. Okay, so you can just go around that way. Yeah.
I'll let you.
Yeah, it doesn't fail.
Hey, buddy, how are you doing? Good. How are you? Good to see you. This is my first year doing this. Never did it. Yeah, I've done some other events. You've got 3 events. You might want to ask Lauren what she wants you to have.
I can't remember. I was here last year. I think do all that and then come over here and then that's where they would do that way. I don't know.
That's it.
You might want to do the handoff canvas. So that would be hard to get on.
You're moving pretty fast.
Me? No. Or you're going to be on stage? Last year the guy was sitting here.
We're going to try. That's right. Should be enough.
Good afternoon, everybody. In order to make space for all of our friends and family here to celebrate our graduates, if you wouldn't mind scooting in towards the middle of your row, if you have any empty seats next to you, so we can make room for everybody. Thank you.
Candidates, please be seated. I want to welcome everyone to the School of Public and International Affairs at the University of Georgia's spring convocation. We can't use the other C word, the commencement word, because that's the evening ceremony. So we're just the warm-up act, but we think we're the most important event that you're going to attend today. So we're thrilled to be with you, and we have a substantial program, so we're going to get started. My name is Matthew Auer. I'm the Dean of the School of Public and International Affairs, and I'm going to introduce you to David Dove. David B. Dove is a partner at Troutman Pepper in Atlanta, where his practice focuses on regulatory and economic investment matters. Originally from Athens, David earned his BA and his JD from the University of Georgia, where he was inducted into the Order of Barristers and Blue Key Honor Society. David previously served as executive counsel for Governor Brian Kemp as one of 2 direct reports to the governor. He collaborated with the Attorney General's office to secure significant legal victories, notably the Tri-State Water Wars. Have you guys heard of the Tri-State Water Wars? If you haven't, and if David hadn't been successful, you would know it, because you wouldn't have water. So, thank you, David. He also serves as Georgia Commissioner on the Uniform Law Commission, and in 2023 was appointed by the Georgia Board of Natural Resources to serve as interim director of the Georgia Environmental Resources Division. David played a crucial role in Governor Kemp's judicial appointments, including 4 Supreme Court justices, 6 judges on the Georgia Court of Appeals, and 86 trial court judges in Georgia. He additionally worked alongside Governor Kemp to significantly increase representation of women and minorities on executive branch boards and commissions. David was recognized by the UGA Alumni Association with a Young Alumni Award for his outstanding leadership and service to the university, community, and legal profession. He remains a highly engaged actor with his alma mater, serving as chairman of SPIA's Alumni Board of Directors and as board member for the Law School Alumni Council. He also served as an adjunct professor of law. Weeks ago, David was appointed as the 11th Congressional District Representative to the Board of Regents for the state of Georgia. Please join me in welcoming David Dove.
Thank you, Dean. I'm going to start taking you to my client development meetings. Appreciate that introduction. Well, good morning. And may I be one of the first to offer a hearty congratulations to our graduates on your graduation from the finest university in the land. Go Dogs! And you're even graduating from the best school on campus. This is a really great day. Most importantly, I want to be one of the first to welcome you to the UGA Alumni Association. I know that each of you love this school and have loved your experience here. And I want to note that you being here today not only honors your legacy as Bulldogs, but also honors the people that brought you to this point. Your family, your friends, and may I even say your great faculty here at the School of Public and International Affairs. One thing that I'm sure you have all learned, especially you political science majors, is that in order to understand civic engagement, you have to look at behaviors, not only through formal surveys, but also through informal means as well. And that includes social media. And I'm assuming it's okay for me to reference this today, but I'm sure you've seen these accounts where they ask university-wide who your favorite faculty members are. And it goes something like this: Bullock, Haynes, some person at Franklin College, Gallagher, Carmichael, a person on South Campus, Clay, Hood, Doherty, Maltese. Y'all have seen this, right? I mean, where's Terry? And I bring this up to say, how awesome is it that we have such great faculty here on campus? We really do. And I'm not just picking on these faculty in particular, but it's a reflection of all of them. And I know you would agree, but I would ask the question, why? I would argue it's not because of how intelligent they are, although they certainly are, or how they present their course material, or how engaging they may be in class, or that maybe their classes are easy. I would argue that the reason these professors are so popular, so impactful, is because they took the time to invest in your lives. They listened to your passions. They fanned the flames of your careers, and they helped you build the bridges that you need for your future. I'm about to tell you the last big lesson, and perhaps the greatest secret that you need to take away from UGA. And that is, UGA never leaves you. Most of you will leave Athens after today, but the university that we all care about, you need to know, is more than the brick and mortar of these buildings, and it is not the classes that we go to. It exists within what Munson called all the Bulldog faithful. You are going to be many satellite campuses in your places of work and learning when you leave from here, and this is my challenge to you. These people who have poured into you, these people that you are thanking today and that you treasure in your heart, be one of them for someone else. Stay engaged, mentor students, give back to the institution that has given you so much. I believe that as Bulldogs, we are called to this nearest duty and to live out that legacy. It's what makes UGA so great and what continues to make it better than those forsaken places like the University of Florida and Auburn. So how do you do that? Let me give you some practical steps. And it's cool if you want to pull your phones out at this point and Google. It's totally fine. 1, sign up for the UGA Mentor Program. Just Google it. You can sign up to mentor students literally this next fall. And all that means is it may be a couple of phone calls and taking someone to coffee, but you can make a difference in a student's life even as a recent graduate. When you were a sophomore, how cool would it have been to get career advice from someone who had recently graduated and had just walked the same path? 2, and y'all are absolutely going to think I'm crazy for this one, but you need to know that if there's a way to bring additional value to your degree, UGA has to consistently remain one of the top universities through collegiate rankings. Do you know what one of the biggest indicators is? It's alumni annual giving. And I'm not talking about the amount, just the fact that you engage through contributions to your alma mater. You can literally sign up just to give $25 a year, and I think that's like $2 a month. I'm not good at math, I was a political science major. But these dollars go to invest in the students that are here on campus through things like the Bullock Experiential Learning Scholarship. When I was an undergrad, I had to work my way through school and couldn't participate in some of those internships. And maybe you had the same walk and had the same path of having to work while you're a student. But now we have ways to support students that need experience to round out their education, and you can be a part of that. 3, email your favorite professor and tell them thank you, and tell them that you would like to come back and speak to their class. Now, that invitation might marinate for about a decade like it did for me before you get invited, but regardless, you should come back to campus. My point is this: if you love UGA, which you clearly all do from the awesome energy that we saw out in the hall a second ago, and you care about what happens here, you do not have to wait to get involved as alumni. You are still a part of it. This is your community both now and in the future, regardless of whether you still attend class here or not. Act on it. Now, I think that checks the box for what I need to say to you all as alums, but I do want to leave you with one final piece of advice. Today is certainly a day of celebration. You are all about to launch your careers with the winds of good fortune in your sails. You are also graduating with degrees that largely involve work in the public sector. I've been honored to spend the majority of my career in public service, but here is something you should know. It is likely a more divisive field than it has ever been. In fact, more so than any other field, it might be the most divisive right now. So beyond your calling as alums, beyond your callings as bulldogs, you have a calling as public servants to rise above the disagreements of politics or party, cause or conviction, and remember that in this America, we as human beings are more than labels. We are all seeking in our own ways to forge the best path forward for ourselves, the best path forward for our families, and the best path forward for our communities. It is imperative to our public discourse that we not lose sight of the innumerable cords that bind us together despite the wedges that we try to drive between us. So when you carry UGA to the world, remember this: your biggest challenge is going to be, how well do you love your fellow man? We do a terrible job of that, and mankind does not make it easy. And sometimes love is uncomfortable. But you all, as graduates of this esteemed institution, are equipped to meet that challenge. You not only can change the world, you most certainly will. The question is simply whether it will be better or worse after you're all through. Congratulations, graduates, and go Dogs.
Thank you so much, David. It's now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker. Austin Fabricius, a native of Smyrna, Georgia, is graduating today with majors in International Affairs and Political Science, a minor in Disaster Management, and a certificate in Global Studies. Austin was a 4-year member of the Student Alumni Council and the Vice President of Alumni Engagement her junior year. In 2022, she studied abroad at the University of Oxford and in Cortona, Italy. This year, she had the privilege to be a fellow in the Richard B. Russell Security Leadership Program under the mentorship of Dr. Marianne Gallagher, and to serve as a peer learning assistant for 2 of Dr. Leah Carmichael's courses. Austin will be interning this summer with the District of Columbia's Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency in the Readiness and Response Coordination Bureau. In the fall, she will pursue a Master of Arts in International Security at George Mason University and will be a graduate assistant in the Office of Graduate Student Life. Please join me in welcoming Austin Fabricius.
The last time I graduated from an academic institution, the world looked drastically different. I was uncertain about my future in a way that seemed hopeless. There seemed to be no light at the end of the tunnel, and I felt that I had no control over the circumstances that severely changed my life. My class entered the University of Georgia with fear over what the next 4 years and world would look like. I don't mention the COVID-19 pandemic twin pity points, believe me. We've had enough. I mention COVID because I believe that you do the class of 2024 a disservice by not first recognizing that we were once the class of 2020. Resilience is the defining characteristic of this class. Despite uncertain circumstances, we strode forward and came to UGA with a willingness to learn. I came into college with an international affairs major and quickly realized that we were not in high school anymore. As promised, the renowned professors of SPIA did not take it easy on us. For myself and many of us mortals, not y'all in the front row later today. Dr. Gallagher and Women in World Politics was the first time I stayed up all night writing a paper and didn't get an A in a class. But we can all now say, without a doubt, that those were our most memorable classes and our favorite professors. As we dove into our courses, we started to figure out that pandemics were not the only threat or disaster around us. The world is and was constantly evolving, and there were issues that we had never been exposed to before. Ironically, though, the more I learned about global issues and our international systems, which don't always work perfectly, the more comfortable I began to feel. The weight on my shoulders from 2 years in fear started to lift. I wasn't alone at UGA, in the United States, or even in the world. Here, I was shown that with good, hardworking people in the right places in government, change was possible. Yes, there were more obstacles in this world than I ever knew existed, but there were more opportunities to make a positive mark as well. As I started to figure out where I could fit in this greater scheme, I watched the same thing happen to my friends and peers. A friend in political science realized how difficult it was to come to this country, thought of all of her friends back home whose parents had immigrated, and she will be attending UGA Law School in the fall to one day be an immigration attorney. Another saw his voting rights and personal safety decline in his community in 2020. And after graduating, he will go on to work in a congressional office in DC to lead a new era of civil rights advocates. SPIA grounded our troubles with exposure to a myriad of issues around the world and gave us the knowledge, courage, and the audacity to go out and do something about it. This school turned the most isolating incident of my and many others' lives into a common experience to motivate us to help others. Those once scared students are now graduating again, but instead, we graduate with the confidence that we can withstand anything. And thanks to SPIA, we also graduate with the tools to shape the future and policies of this country. SPIA students will now go forward to the Hill, the White House, think tanks, nonprofits, and yes, a consulting firm. Or two. But we will all leave UGA trying to make the world and the United States a safer and better place. The impact that SPIA has had on my and my classmates' lives will spread far beyond this campus. We were once helpless to the forces of nature, and now we can be a part of the decision-making that will impact everyone around us. It was a delicate process to mold this class into a united cohort, inspired to protect and serve our fellow citizens. So, to all of the professors, mentors, staff, and TAs who challenged us, thank you. You guys didn't just educate and graduate another class of students. You empowered and inspired a new generation of leaders. I know every class thinks they're special, but I know that we are, because we will always carry with us the year 2020 and be humbled by the road that led us here and reminded of our profound commitment to the service of others. We will carry it with us to whatever amazing adventures await us. That and the right to yell anywhere in the world, to any opposing fan, or anyone in the red and black. Go Dogs!
Austin, that totally hit the mark. And no teleprompter. That was fantastic. So, that was great. It's my pleasure now to introduce our keynote speaker, Jeff Duncan. A former professional baseball player, CNN contributor, and entrepreneur, Jeff Duncan served as Georgia's lieutenant governor from 2019 to 2023. As the state's second highest elected official and president of the state Senate, Duncan established himself as a leader, especially in the areas of healthcare, public safety, technology, and economic development. His efforts to promote Georgia as the technology capital of the East Coast have been nationally recognized. In the aftermath of the 2020 presidential election, Jeff Duncan rose to the national prominence as a vocal proponent of peaceful transition of power, and later authored a book entitled GOP 2.0, How the 2020 Election Can Lead to a Better Way Forward for America's Conservative Party. Duncan entered public service in 2012 after winning an upstart campaign to the Georgia House of Representatives, where he served on the Banking, Science and Technology, and Ways and Means committees. Prior to public service, Duncan enjoyed a successful career as an entrepreneur. He currently serves as a strategic advisor to several venture capital firms around the country. Duncan is a proud husband to his high school sweetheart, Brooke, and a father of 3 young men, Ryder, Baylor, and Parker, who are with us today in the audience. And by the way, Parker is a few heartbeats away from being a proud owner of a bachelor's degree from the School of Public and International Affairs, so congratulations in advance to Parker. Please join me in welcoming Jeff Duncan.
Good morning, everybody. It's an honor to be here today, and I want to start by recognizing and thanking all the individual efforts that got these graduates to the finish line. It's certainly a Herculean effort to get through graduation. I want to thank Dean Auer. Thank you for your leadership, faculty, staff, guests, special guests, and of course our students and families that are here today. I want to start by self-reporting myself. I've kind of earned this title of being an honest umpire throughout my life. It started in baseball. My teammates used to pick on me how honest I was, and then in the business world, and then of course with politics and elections specifically. So today I'm going to self-report myself. I went to Georgia Tech. It gets worse. My wife went to Georgia Tech. And just when you think it can't get any worse, I have a son who's going to play football at Georgia Tech next year. But the saving grace is Parker Duncan, who's sitting here in this great group of graduates, and he's a damn good dog. As Austin mentioned, this group that sits in front of me has gone through a lot the last 5 years. You have navigated a pandemic and graduated from high school. You were quarantined in your dorms. You took hybrid classes. You social distanced. You wore masks. There was a lot going on. You also navigated some of the most tumultuous political times in our nation's history. And the fact that you're here today is a testament to your grit and tenacity. I also think it's a testament to the leadership and wisdom of this university. President Moorhead and this school specifically have done an incredibly good job of having to make these decisions on the fly. There was no textbook to figure out how to navigate and educate during a pandemic. And I want to compliment them as a father and as a leader of this state for your great work through some very, very tough times. Last but not least, you also navigated 2 other really important things, and they're called National Football Championships. My goal here today with my remarks is to meet you exactly where you are at in your seat, not only as a UGA grad, but as a SPIA grad. I want to remind you that my 10 years plus years of being around the hoop in Georgia politics leads me to know that this group will eventually be the leaders that run the state of Georgia. As you walk through your careers, you will be all the stakeholders of making big decisions. And I've seen that first row seats, the agency heads, policy directors, campaign managers, industry leaders, governors, staff, legislators, and committee chairs. You guys will eventually rise to be the leaders in this state. Long story short, when you come back in 20 years, you'll never remember my name, hopefully. But you'll sit around and you'll talk, and you'll realize that, yes, we are the leaders of the state, and that's just been the way it's worked, whether it be SPIA or previous degrees before SPIA. But you will be the influencers in this state. And with that in mind, I want to offer up some words of encouragement that apply to all of you, regardless of what public-facing career you end up chasing. I want to encourage every one of you graduates to chase the opportunity to make a genuine difference every day. instead of chasing the opportunity just to feel more powerful every day. In other words, put the policy over the politics when you show up to work every day. Take time to understand the facts. Gravitate towards honest stakeholders in wherever you're working. Do your own homework. Don't rely on those folks trying to prod and probe you with an agenda. Break down every issue, every dilemma, every crisis, understanding the nooks and crannies and the nuances and the details of the actual policy. I wish I could stand here today and say that I showed up at the Capitol in 2013 as a bright-eyed state representative with policy over politics on the forefront of my operating style, but it wasn't. I had to learn the hard way. I had to show up and vote for a bill just because it was a Republican-sponsored bill, not because it was good policy. I sent out jaded tweets to somebody just because they disagreed with my opinion. And unfortunately, I supported those for elected office just because they were in the same party, not because they were a decent person. What I started to realize after a few years of serving in office was that the people that I respected the most, the leaders that were making the biggest difference every day, were putting the policy over the politics. Their mark on time was being measured in years and decades instead of minutes and likes on social media. So my encouragement to you is that whether you're making the big decisions or advising someone who's making the big decisions, put the policy over the politics every day you show up to work. I have two helpful reminders that helped me along the way. It's called the power of two, the power of three. So I would encourage you, through the lens of the power of two, is find somebody on the other side of the aisle that you can get close to, that you can talk to, that you can regularly talk about the issues. Not because you're trying to convince them to believe your political persuasion or your certain slant on a policy, but because you genuinely want to understand the issue in 360. Because you genuinely want to get it right for the purpose of the policy. And so I encourage you to find somebody that you can regularly talk to, whether it's somebody at work, somebody at home, just somebody in the influence. Like I said, not because you want to change their mind, but because you want to understand their perspective. The power of three, you've got to gather your information from more than one source. If you wake up every day and staring at the same TV channel or the same social media feeds or reading the same newspaper, you'll only get one perspective. And if you show up and want to be a true wisdom-filled decision maker, you've got to get those full 360 vision and vantage points of the actual policies. I'm not here today to tell you to be politically naive. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to just prioritize the policy over the politics. Go to work every day wanting to make a difference each and every day. Georgia is going to continue to be in the spotlight all across the world for decades to come. The world is watching us. The world's moving here. The world's investing here. And so my opportunity to you is the best way to make a difference is to lead by example. God bless this group. Congratulations, and go Dogs.
So I just want to say quickly, that also absolutely hit the mark. And I want to thank you for your integrity and the contributions that you've made to our own school, not just today, but also coming to class and engaging with our students over a number of years. Thank you very much. Well, it's amazing to be in the company of our graduating SPIA seniors today, and it's time for celebration. It's also time for commemoration. We lost 3 members of the SPIA student community this year. Leah Shapansky, a sophomore, international affairs major from Bishop, Georgia, passed away last summer. And we lost Wyatt Banks, a first-year political science and economics major from Atlanta in the winter. Morgan Delaney, a political science major and a senior, passed away this fall. Morgan was your classmate, and she would have crossed the stage today. Among other activities, Morgan was deeply engaged in UGA Doctors Without Borders, UGA Miracle, and Rescue Paws. Her absence has been felt intensely at our school and at Delta Gamma Sorority. Morgan earns a posthumous Bachelor of Arts degree in political science today from the University of Georgia. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember Morgan. Thank you. We've experienced at UGA this year both moments of sadness and also abundant joy. The high points have frequently belonged not just to UGA, but to this senior class within SPIA specifically. Students have published articles with their faculty mentors in major academic journals. Student interns pulled multiple all-nighters to help our state lawmakers see through bills at the state capitol. At any university, it would be absolutely remarkable to be able to say, this year we had a Rhodes Scholar, a Schwartzman, 2 Pickerings, a Truman, a Scoville, 8 Boren scholarships, 3 Fulbrights. This actually is beginning to sound like a Christmas carol. You might think, wow, that's pretty good. That's a remarkable university. The students are mighty accomplished there. And you're partly correct, except that these outcomes are from students in one of 19 colleges inside of one university, namely the School of Public and International Affairs at the University of Georgia. And while these students are accomplished and brainy and they're bound for greatness, they excel in part because we have instructors who save their best for our students, not just in the classroom, but also when it comes to confidence building, mentoring, and advocacy. I would ask you to join me in recognizing our faculty who've joined us today. You are graduates, hours away from being graduates, technically, of the School of Public and International Affairs at the University of Georgia. So naturally, we hope that many of you will pick up the mantle of public service, as my predecessor speakers have mentioned. If you work in government or in a public-facing organization for your entire career, we, your professors, will be thrilled, but we'll be satisfied if you choose simply to be participants in civic life in some meaningful capacity over and over in the years ahead. You don't have to be career government officials. You do need to be career citizens of your community. Among the tools that you will bring to the table because of your training at SPIA are the ability to listen, to understand others, and when everyone else's emotions are running high, you have the ability to be a convener and a problem solver. That's the SPIA way. This isn't just about volunteering or good deeds. It's about feeding and sustaining that civically minded spirit that burns in each of you and that drew you to SPIA in the first place. We're so proud of your preparation for this kind of work. Your company has inspired everyone on this stage over the past 4 years, and we hope that we've inspired you in turn, and now we expect you to pay it forward. Good luck, class of 2024. I'd like to ask Paul Welch to join me up on the stage now to get to the real deal, which is to recognize our graduating students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Auer. So it's my pleasure to introduce the candidates for the class of 2024. And I think we're ready to start. Austin Fabricius. Akash Agrawal. Jacob Allen. Cecilia Amara. Isabel Archer. Alex Arivalo. Ariana Litzy Ortega. Katie Atkinson. Hannah Alt. Lena Ayub. Joy Babatope. Nicholas Ballots. Kennedy Bell. Hey, dog.
Good job, Harry Dog. Thank you.
Colby Belland. Harry Dog. John Breslin. Jarrett Broom. Oh. Jarrett Broom. Catherine Brown. Molly Brown. Felton Burke, the fourth. Ava Byfield. Nicholas Bird. Isabella Kabibi. Valeria Campos. Juliana Cantillo. Audrey Caponegro. Zoe Carmody. Caroline Carr. Ella Carver. Kayla Cope. Savannah Corbin. Nicholas Cosby. Madeline Cox. Serena Desario. Maxwell Davis. Braden Dean. Maggie De Maria. Thank you. Neve Dempsey. Reese Domansky. Thank you. Parker Duncan. Sutton Eady. Isabel Eby. Ann Edwards. Jordan L. Warner. Jessica Evans. Adam Exted. Gideon Fernald. Francis Fields. Evan Fry. Jonathan Gerber. Grant Gibson. Jenna Gillis. Jacob Goslin. Sebastian Granados. Madison Grant. Caitlin Green. Yumira Santoyo. Claire Hagan. Grace Harton. Abigail Harder. Marilyn Heigl. Isabel Hester. Jessica Hillis. Molly Holcomb. Abigail Hooper. Alexander Shue. Arshila Huda. Uchenamaka Ekhekweme. Carrie Janosic. Devin Jansen. George Johnson. Lauren Johnson. Juliana Jerkovich. Nicole Kao. Caleb Kerr. Hannah Kesner. Clinton King. Caroline Knudsen. Hannah Kraft. Austin Lolomia. Harrisith Latif. Jackson Lazenby. Jason Lockhart. Stephanie Lopez Vargas. Eileen Lopez Barragan. Gemma Love. Eliana Loventhal. Brando Liviano Cabrera. Nick Markowitz. No, it looks good. Fiona McBride. Neely McCommons. Paul McCrary. Quinn McDonald. Camille McGinnis. Ashley Meter. Bianco Medeiros Pinto. Jordan Meeks. Athena Mendoza. Thompson Miles. Ansley Miller. George Moore. Zachary Moore. Zachary Morin. Lindsay Tuck Morris. Jaden Musachel. Brooke Nikowski. Mary Catherine Nitschke. Zoe O'Donnell. Hannah O. Olivia Osroff. Jackson Parnell. Lauren Paramore. Christina Pavon Baker. Jerry Pearson. Alexandria Philpott. Elena Rockland. Leo Ronaldo. Caroline Richardson. Terrell Roberts. Rihanna Rogers. Sterling Russ. Jordan Ruth. Bailey Saltzman. Jay Satisky. Isabel Schwartz. Sarah Scotthorn. Sasha Scott. Madison Sedgwick. Sarah Sedro. Arhem Shah. Josephine Dugan Sador. Jacob Cope Simpson. Olivia Slevov. Michaela Brooks Stallings. Oh. Nikayla Brooks Stallings. Tori Stanford. Nikita Swami. Jacob Tanner. Patrick Taylor. Brooke Thiel. Nicholas Tabone. Joshua Track. Brendan Underwood. Kevin Velez. Haven Waldrop. Emily Weeks. Jeremy Weiner. Ashley Reed Wellborn. Thomas James Wilkerson. Alexander Williams. Grace Wills. Catherine Weisenbaker. Grace Zitko. Alyssa Yaratu. Joe. Jamal Nobles, Jr. Jessica Riyad. Thomas English. Noah Fears. Dean Auer. How about them dogs?
family, friends, the class of 2024. Now remember, this is just a warm-up. Those are not really diplomas, but they're heartfelt certificates. Graduates, as you leave the concert hall, please be sure to pick up a SPIA pint glass as a small token of our congratulations. Those pint glasses are primarily for quenching your thirst. So, family and friends of today's graduates, I want to thank you for joining us online and in person. If you stay for the evening event, President Moorhead will, I think, call you the true heroes of this gathering. I hope that our graduates will join me in a respectful thanks to you for bringing them to this point in their lives. Thank you. So with that, we're hosting another SPIA Convocation ceremony at 1:30 p.m. You can come back, I guess, if you have tickets. I mentioned that warily. But what I do ask you to do is if you could please congregate actually outside of the building so that families and friends can come in for the next ceremony. But with that, sincere congratulations. I'll see you later this evening. Thank you.